Hey, what's up, everybody? It's June 24th. Thanks so much for tuning in to the 404 show. My name is Jeff Bacalar. To my left, Russ Frushtick. How are you, sir?
It's been so long, Jeffrey.
It's been a week.
2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks, you're right.
Because we missed a certain week.
We did, and we'll get to that in a second.
We will.
But first, I want everyone to say hello to Shanon Cook back on the program.
Yeah, welcome.
Bonjour.
Oh, right, the Australian word for hello. It's good to see you.
It's great to see you guys. It's been a long time. It really has been a while.
It
Probably
has
6
been.
months at least.
Really?
Couple months.
Probably.
A whole half a year went by.
Yeah.
That's the effect you have on us,
Something.
Shanon.
I felt something was missing for
There was
that
a hole
whole
in my
6
life.
months.
Total loss and concept of time and space.
Let's fill that hole. Here I am.
By all means, fill it we shall. We're going to talk about the summer music scene. Mm-hmm. And Shannon's going to guide us through that wacky scene. Summer has started. Summer has sprung. What do they say? Spring has sprung. Well, what has summer done?
I don't know.
Summer dragged its ass in.
Summer is heating up. No, that's
Jeff hates
cheesy.
summer, so whatever it is that he picks is going to be a negative connotation.
Summer's going to like throw up in your lap.
Yeah.
Something like that. So before we get to Songs of the Summer and all that good stuff, back from LA, back from the E3 Entertainment Expo.
Yeah.
I saw video games. I saw disappointment. I saw people getting nauseous from VR.
Oh, yeah. That happens a lot.
Man,
I was here at home. I was manning the Polygon's like live video efforts here at home. And every time I would watch a VR demo, I'd be like, oh, yeah, that would make me puke.
you can't do it.
No.
Like, you already admitted to everybody that you're not going to be able
Mirror's
to
Edge
do
is
any
too
of
much.
that. He can't even handle games that aren't VR.
Right. Sometimes.
Is this something that will be improved, or it's just it's
Certain games,
just-
it's fine,
It's about
though.
motion, and if
a
you
good
have a
question.
problem with it, it's too bad.
I think if you're susceptible to like car sickness, if you get sick on a boat,
Yeah.
if you have roller coasters, anything that
if you're
like
pregnant,
yeah.
Right.
So
Not fun.
we were talking about this. Like, there should totally be like a spew scale for like a hurl meter.
How
or something like
nauseous
that.
it's going to make you.
Because there was one game, Resident Evil 7,
Oh, yeah.
they're doing in VR, which is like a horror game. A made half the people I talked to sick, like actually sick. There was one dude from CNET, this guy Nick Healy, who couldn't even have dinner that night because he was like, I'm too effed up.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. It's crazy. So yeah, like no one pregnant should use VR. I think it's like the same rules for like King Dakar, the roller coaster, right? It's like, if you have heart problems, don't put on a VR headset and play RE7. If you have some
Right.
kind of like other issue, maybe you
that
don't
wouldn't-
strap in.
It wouldn't be very good for sales to put like a puke meter on the box, though. So
They
that's
gotta
kind of
have an intensity
ESRB.
rating or something.
Shannon, have you used VR at all?
no, not at all.
Oh man,
Not
next
even
time,
once.
next time you're here, you come a little early and we'll get you in.
Yeah.
And you'll make me hurl. Thank you. That's really
There are certain
that's
things
quite an
that-
incentive to,
Yeah.
to show up
Well, do you have-
before the show starts.
Do you have a history of getting nauseous and
No.
motion sickness?
No, only when I'm pregnant, which isn't very often.
Right,
And
that's
I'm in
rare.
a car.
Oh, so
Well,
Just
that
that.
counts.
that's a pretty big deal.
No. They have to be happening at the same
Oh.
time. Pregnancy plus car.
Oh, so
Really?
that's
So
like-
you weren't nauseous outside of cars when you were
no,
pregnant?
just when I got in
Fascinating.
the car.
I think you're going to be fine then. I'm not worried about you
Yeah,
one bit.
yeah, you'll be fine. I'm not worried about it.
We'll get you in on next
Is
time.
it not going to fly then? If like how many people are sick? Half the people who try
I
to get
don't want to
sick?
say it's half. Half
No,
the
no.
people I talk to.
It's certain games, though. So, like, the game he's talking about, Resident Evil, it was like a very realistic environment where you're walking, and because it's so accurate to, like, real life, your body literally gets convinced that, oh, you're actually walking, and that's where the motion sickness comes from. For
Right.
more outrageous games where you're, like, in a weird factory and it's, like, not grounded, you don't get as sick because it's not as convincing to your head.
Right.
Yeah,
So
the
it's kinda
more
interesting.
disorienting it is. Obviously, we're like because it's all about your brain. And we talked about this the other day, like why you throw up from being motion sick.
Maybe
right?
you have a bad brain.
No, my brain seems to be okay with it. Other things, the jury's out.
Yeah.
But for this, it seems to agree. But it's like the things where, like, when you, like, there was a duck button that you press.
Oh, yeah.
And when you duck, you're like, your brain's like, blah, blah.
No, you should be
blah,
ducking
don't
in real
do
life.
that, blah. You know, it's like, does not compute. It's really weird.
I feel
The
sick just thinking
future
about it.
is weird,
Yeah,
guys.
future's weird.
I've seen the future. It's freaking weird. All right, let's pivot into Shannon Cook's Spotify presentation.
Do you want me to play some songs that will make you hurl?
Yeah.
How about that?
Is that like a promise? Because look, usually you know me pretty well, and you know the kind of music I like.
Yeah, and I brought none of that kind of music.
Right, because
to the
this is
table
all
today.
summer music.
Yes, and summer music tends to be
Poppy.
upbeat, poppy, positive for the most part. We've at Spotify we like to come up with a list of predictions for Song of the Summer because, as you I'm sure are aware, we have sort of been crowning a song the Song of the Summer.
And you've got the data
I've got the data.
to support
But
that.
let me ask.
I
when does-
really what I've brought is the space between my navel and my crotch, which is my gut.
wow, that was a long road to
and
go.
that is, I feel like you're.
I didn't-
Anyway,
Yeah, that's
Navel.
where
Yeah,
my
that's
gut
gut.
is.
Sure.
Where do you think your gut is?
I think the
Above
gut
the navel?
includes the navel as
yeah,
well.
I think the navel's part of the gut.
a little bit above the navel.
But above the navel is the stomach,
Yeah,
which I don't include as
Just
the
so you
gut.
know, she's not showing us this. Everybody, we're just
No.
talking about
We're
it.
all touching
We're
those parts of
gesturing.
our
Yes.
body.
We're
That
We've all lifted our shirts and we're examining.
we base predictions on a lot of things. We use data. We use my gut. I chat a lot with our in-house experts at Spotify. They know what's coming down the pipeline, and we're all getting pretty good at guessing what's going to pop, based in large part these days on how songs perform in playlists.
Right.
Because playlists are the gateway to discovery these days, and a song starts off in an influential playlist and it just bounces to more influential playlists and becomes a hit song.
Let me ask. So, could you nominate a song for the summer if it came out in January and only
Yes.
popped in summer?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What if it came out 5 years ago?
That would be fine too.
Okay.
It's really
it's
just
plausible.
It's really just a song that becomes really huge. In fact, I think "Happy."
We don't
I
talk
think
about that.
I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, we have a comparable. We have a happy update now, thanks to Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
boy.
dude. Okay, we could talk about that song.
Should we start there?
Maybe that's where we start things
So
off.
what's your beef with this song?
I just feel like he phoned it in. I like JT. Mirror is a great song, right?
Yeah.
This one,
Yeah, it does.
this is phoned in. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I love JT.
It doesn't sound like that, out there. It sounds like he listened to a lot of Usher and just like. I mean, he's worked with Usher, obviously, so I'm sure there's a lot of crossover, but like. Yeah, it doesn't.
Come on.
Well,
it's
let's all
nice.
remember it's for a film soundtrack.
Right.
It's for the trolls.
and that's
so
what I'm
it's
going to chalk
trolly.
it up to.
Wait, what? What is
Yeah.
the Trolls?
Box Trolls.
Oh,
Box Trolls.
no.
Trolls?
That came out like 3 years
Are
ago.
you sure I know it's for a movie.
What
I
is
don't
the
know when the
troll?
movie's
BFG?
coming out. No,
There's a movie
movie's
called The Trolls?
The Trolls.
I will
Look
look
it
that
up.
up.
Look it up.
I don't know anything about the movie. I'm sorry.
Here's the chorus, right? Coming.
yeah,
Build up.
and it's fun. My hands are going in the
Yeah,
air.
you can't help yourself, can you?
They're not moving, but they're in the air. Now they're moving.
Oh, Trolls. Oh. So. Got it. So it's
Wait,
based
wait, we got to hear the falsetto. Come on, let him do his little falsetto. Here we go. Come on,
Yeah.
it's
So-
not too bad.
So the Trolls movie, in case you're curious, is based on the troll dolls with the hair.
Right.
Oh,
So that's coming out, I guess, in November.
that's a
come on, he-
relevant, timely reference.
Well, look at Lego exploded.
Lego's always been popular.
Let me ask about. So this seems like the sort of song. I'm definitely not playing this song at my wedding, but it seems like the sort of song people would play at their weddings. Do you think?
They are playing it at their weddings.
And do you think that is a big qualifier for Song of the Summer, where like everyone has to go to a bunch of weddings and
No,
they're always hearing the
I
same
think
song
that's
over and over
the
again?
effect.
No.
I think that's
Yeah.
the fallout.
Okay, that's the end result.
Yeah. Like the end result is you're gonna have to do that. What's the other song? Shoot the moon. What is it? What that band?
Walk the Moon.
What's their
The
song?
Police song.
No. That popular.
Shut up and
Shut up and dance.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah,
happened.
yeah,
Which
that's
is,
fine.
I think, a good song.
And a
That's a
very
good
good
song.
wedding song.
Yeah.
I think the main criteria to become a song of the summer, it just has to be a song that's inescapable. So yeah, you're hearing it
Right.
at weddings, you're hearing it on the radio, you're hearing it every time.
Inescapable. Dude, you called it inescapable.
Well, it is inescapable
Yeah,
because
that's
by
a
the
bad thing.
by the end of the summer, you're like, this song was everywhere. It was following me
Sure.
around, and I think everybody felt that way about Carly Rae Jepsen's song
Oh yeah.
"Call Me Maybe."
Call Me
which-
Maybe. Yes.
Which really I feel like is the song and the summer that's really kicked the Song of the Summer phenomenon, if we're going to call it that, into high gear.
I got a question
because
for you.
before that, we didn't really harp on the Song of the Summer, did
Right.
we?
I have a question for you. It's more
Shoot.
philosophical.
Oh, dear. Go.
Does becoming the song of the summer, is that a death sentence?
For some,
Yeah.
Like for
Maybe.
the artist, you mean?
Just for like stuff.
Well-
like the artist, maybe. The song, for sure.
there are many one-hit wonders that emerged as songs of the summer.
Maybe you just
I don't
cash out
think-
after. Maybe you just cash out.
Well, let's remember.
They don't do super well on the first song that they hit it big with. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's. Can we all remember this song for a second?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
I
I've never
really
heard-
hate this.
This
I've
was
never
our
heard this
song of the summer.
I don't know what this is.
2013. This is Robin Thicke,
No, I know.
Blurred
I
Lines.
know.
It's just, and this was inescapable. Like it was everywhere.
This
It
is
was
a
also accused of being rapey, but we won't harp on
Rapey?
that. You didn't know that?
I thought it was accused
the
of
whole
like
thing.
plagiarism too.
Well, there's that. This song had everything.
Fun for the whole family. Yeah, we don't have to play
But
much
you
of that.
could, I mean, some might argue that Robin Thicke kind of went away a little bit after that.
Sure.
Yeah, but I feel like he made money. He made his money.
I also think
He
it's
did,
it's
and
kind
he's
of.
still doing okay.
I think it. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you out of the conversation for a quick second. There's the Madden
Bye.
phenomenon.
I'll be outside.
Do you know about the Madden phenomenon with cover athletes being on the cover of the new Madden game?
No.
So Madden's the
Am I supposed to know
No,
about
that's
this?
it's
okay.
it's a kind of a thing.
It's a
So
football.
It's the NFL football game, right?
Right.
Everyone who's on the cover of that game has some sort of like tragic thing happen. to
Right.
them, whether on or off the field.
And people say it's a curse or whatever. The honest truth, statistically, is that people have these outrageous, outperforming years, and then the following year they just go back to normal, and people consider that to be a massive curse. So I feel like that's sort of the same idea, where like the odds are an artist hitting it big twice is very unlikely.
Yeah.
So they hit it once during the summer. Oh, they're not hitting it big again because they were a summer hit.
Well, it's funny you were talking about that because this morning I was reading an article about this tour that's happening. It's called I Love the 90s. Have you
Okay.
heard about this? It's
Yeah.
basically
Oh, I saw an ad for that,
it's
actually, yeah.
basically a collection of, I was going to say stars, but I'm not sure if they're really stars anymore. Some of them are artists who had a big song in the 90s and then kind of disappeared.
Oh, you have
Like
to run it.
Vanilla
down for me.
Ice.
Like Salt and Pepper,
Salt and Pepper, yeah.
Vanilla Ice is there. Color Me Bad. Can
Sure.
you remember them?
Yeah.
Of course.
I want to say
Third Eye Blind.
No, Third Eye Blind
think
was
they're-
not a one-hit wonder band.
They weren't a one-hit wonder, but they
I
were
feel
big
like
in the
they had
90s and not after that.
Well, these are really
Spin Doctors?
These are really artists who had a big defining song in the 90s that touched a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to these concerts.
Sure.
To see them
hear
play
a
one
string of
song.
one hit. Well, I think they sing more than one.
They're like,
song.
oh, we'll headline with our one-hit wonder.
No, it's but
Another. Also, do you remember Tone Loc?
Oh,
The
yeah,
song
sure.
Funky Cole Medina.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was in
Funky
Ace
Cold
Ventura.
it
Oh, he
could be a really fun show, and they're actually thinking it's going so well. They're thinking of doing,
And that's what I'm saying.
another one with a whole different slew of
Right.
90s one hit wonders.
Because you don't want to go to a full Tone Loc show. You want to go to a medley
Oh, is
where
it
you hear
Tone
Tone
Loc?
Loc.
You want to go to a
I say
greatest
Tone
hits.
Loc.
I mean,
It's an Australian thing.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing someone was trying to get me to go to. It was like the '90s grunge reunion where
Right.
it was like it was the Third Eye Blind.
Wait, Third
They're
Eye Blind is
grunge.
not grunge.
They're not grunge. I mean, it wasn't grunge. It was like '90s rock.
Sure, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
wouldn't
it was
call
like
them rock
all-
either, but yeah.
No, what are they then?
don't know.
They're yuppie
Pop.
rock. I
Yeah,
don't
yuppie
know,
rock,
whatever they are.
I
But it
think
was a
the
lot of those
90s,
bands.
I've been enjoying 90s music lately. When I drive around, I listen to two Sirius stations. I bounce between 90s on 9 and 80s on
I
8.
love '80s music.
Well,
Yeah.
and
What's your favorite '80s song?
it would probably be something Whammy.
Okay.
Sure.
Wake Me Up Before You Go. Go.
Yeah,
that's a good
it's
one.
up there.
But I've been enjoying the 90s station more. I sit on that a
It's
little longer.
fun.
I mean, there's some terrible stuff in there. Like there's some terrible sort of trip house
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I thought '90s dance music was really good.
Well, that's what that's what I'm making fun of. Like Black Box.
Like Sandstorm?
No, I'm thinking like Robin, right?
oh yeah.
And like who sang that 100% pure love from the back?
Oh, and D-Light, right? That was 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you
Groove is
playing
in the
90s?
heart.
But this is what I keep hearing on my 90s on.
I wanna hear
And
this.
I jump to the 80s station when this comes on.
Yeah, I think this is
Oh,
good.
yeah.
This is cool. This was in like Encino Man.
Right. Yeah, while he's driving around town learning how
I
cars
actually
work.
think this is accurate.
I
It's
love
fun, but
90s
it's a
music.
distinct sound though, and
Yeah.
you hear it and you just think.
Yeah, where they're like, hey, I
"Whoa,
think we can
that."
use computers in music.
But I mean, you know what they
They all
say.
sound the same. They all sound the same.
You know what
This
they
is
say
good.
about like the music that you heard growing up is like it gets locked into your brain for all time.
Yeah.
Is that like and like you will never like have that same reaction to anything more recent. So, you know, it's not really surprising that I think we gravitate towards that stuff.
This is good, Shannon.
It is.
I couldn't listen to it for a long period
No,
of time.
like this
though.
is all I'm good for.
And then you go to 80s.
It's a fun song.
Yeah. I prefer grooves.
Well, if we want to go talk about the 80s, why don't we? Let me point out a couple of songs that were big in the summers in the 80s.
Okay.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
some people think that the Song of the Summer started in 1985. And
Really?
this was the Song of the
Take My
Summer
Breath
in
Away.
1985.
That's my guess. Take my breath away.
No.
Wait, I want to guess too.
When was Top Gun? Was that 85?
It was around there. 84,
I don't
85.
know what this could be.
I'm-
Oh. Crazy.
Is this Tears
Tears for Fears. Yeah.
I love Tears for Fears
Yeah.
for the record.
They're so great.
It is like I'm having such a solid vision of like people driving in like Trans Ams in the 80s listening to this. It's like great.
A lot of neon.
So there, I mean, the Song of the Summer thing. I mean, you were saying like it just started, but obviously it's been going on for.
I think, well, there's always a song that does well over the summer.
Yeah.
Keep
and
doing 80s
Yeah.
songs of the summer.
all right, I've just jumped to 1983.
Oh, yeah.
Or was
Right.
it
Every
1984?
breath you take,
84.
please.
Stink, as my dad would say.
Stink.
Stink.
Why does he say that?
Police is one of my favorite bands ever.
They're amazing. And then he went solo. No,
This is a summer.
Still sexy
sad.
though.
he is a handsome gentleman.
It's kind of sad, this song. though.
It is a
It's
sad
super
song.
downer.
And it's
Yeah,
another
yeah, yeah.
creepy song. I'm going to be watching you.
Yeah.
All right, then let's jump to 2005.
2005.
I'm sorry, I've left the 80s. Enough 80s.
Time travel. Do you know who this is?
No.
11 years ago?
Diva. There's your clue.
Mariah Carey?
Yeah.
Oh. From the Glitter soundtrack?
Didn't mean it when I said I didn't love you so.
Is this
All
her
right.
last hit?
Let me. That's mean.
It is me, but I think it might be true.
All right, I'm jumping around. I'm
Okay.
going to go back to 1997.
Oh, I love this game. This is this.
This is not.
Oh,
shit. This
it's
is
the
remember
remake.
this?
Puff Daddy one,
Yeah, it's
right?
the Puff Daddy one.
Featuring Faith Evans.
And this is right after
Princess
Biggie.
Di.
Oh,
This-
Biggie,
this-
Biggie. This is not about Princess Di.
It's not, but this. No. I know, but the song was big, or it was everywhere
Yeah.
around the time Princess Diana died,
Yeah.
and this song
And
became.
that goddamn Candle in the
In
Wind.
Australia, it was being. Yeah, exactly.
And that what?
Candle in the Wind.
I did not mean to like laugh at Princess
No, it's
Di,
funny that that's
but
where you went
the
to.
context.
No, it's all right. Make fun of me while you can.
How much money do you think they paid Sting for this?
I don't know.
Right? You have
I
to
think.
pay him.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, this is definitely after the period of time where they're like, yeah, we'll just take it.
Yeah. You
No one will
this isn't a
notice.
sample. This is
Yeah,
a
Vanilla
rip.
Ice kind of proved that wasn't possible.
All right, we're gonna get a little taste
What year?
of. This was. Was it 2012?
Oh, this is Call Me Maybe.
Yeah, I think it's 2012.
I just sang this in karaoke a few days ago.
Did you? How did that go?
Really well. Good karaoke song. It is a good karaoke song. Well received.
You brought the house down, huh?
Brought the
Russ?
house down.
Let's see how long I can last.
I'm gonna jump out of it in a second. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's just wait. Come on, sing it, Russ.
Hey, I just met you.
Whoa.
This is crazy. But here's my number. So call me maybe. It's hard to look right
Oh, wow.
Oh my.
at your baby. But here's my number.
No one knows that part.
So call me maybe.
And the lyrics are not in front of him. This
No.
is impressive.
Sad.
That's
No,
more
I like
impressive
that.
than the song.
Are you gonna sing that at your wedding?
Oh, you know, maybe if
You
I've
guys
got
have
enough
a
in
DJ
me.
or a band?
DJ.
And so you have total control.
Total control.
I like it.
Okay, I've skipped ahead to the future.
2016.
Here is the song of the summer for 2016.
Maybe.
And all I wanna do is to fall in deep.
I like
Sounds
my
like a
DJ
sci-fi
skills.
movie.
Close enough
Just a little.
Is it Sia?
It's not, right? No, Sia's more talented. I love Sia, by the way. She's amazing.
Yeah, she's
she's
great.
brilliant. You should see her live. Incredible.
Yeah.
Just stands there and sings.
I need to-
Amazing voice.
I need to guess this, though. Will I know this? Is this Selena Gomez?
No. Oh, guys, it's Ariana Grande.
I would have gotten there.
Yeah, it's sort of in the category of Selena Gomez.
It is.
But like,
This
what
is a
cat-
great song.
Where's the catchy part?
Here it is. Yeah, this will do well. Do you think Spotify has the power to create a song of the summer out of nowhere?
Well, that's a really good question, and
They'd have to
I
pull
get
some
asked that.
strings.
But
Well,
like their own strings, like
But
Yeah.
like I was saying, a lot of it comes down to placement in playlists nowadays.
sure, but couldn't you
So-
like in the Discover playlist like emphasize one song and get it to be placed in more playlists?
You're talking about some dark shit.
Am I
Russell,
putting
I'll have you know, this is dark.
We could play God if we wanted to.
This is what
But what-
Snowden warned about.
Yeah.
But what we do is we like to support a song. If we see that it's being, if listeners are responding to
Sure.
it in a certain way, we will move it around a little bit and see if we can create more buzz with it. Because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
we ultimately, Spotify wants to deliver songs to listeners that they enjoy and that they're going to like.
Right.
And there's one song on my list of predictions. It's a great song. You won't have heard of these guys. They're called Friendship.
Okay.
They're a duo out of LA, and this song is called Capsize. We've seen the most rapid growth on this song that we've ever seen on an unknown song.
Oh, no, okay.
The song was discovered in a blog by someone who works at Spotify and curates some of the key playlists at Spotify. And he put it in a New Music Friday playlist, which is pretty popular. And people loved it. They didn't skip it. You
Yeah.
know, if a song isn't skipped
Sure, good song.
at all, people are loving it and they're actually listening to it all the way
Kind of
through.
like got a
So then
Bieber-y kind of vibe to it.
Does a little bit.
Like
Let's
his new
listen.
album.
This is, yeah.
That's not a guy.
Well, that's a woman.
Okay. I thought it was two guys. Yeah. It's like an earworm kind
Play
of song.
some instruments. Let's go. Right?
I can
Wait.
see why it's one of those like earwormy, and you can leave it in the background. It's not too
electro-
distracting.
Yeah, it's
and, like,
electro pop, and that genre, slash EDM does very well with our listeners. But it's, I think, let me see
is
what.
very-
it sounds a
Zo-
lot like that. Doesn't that sound a lot like that Bieber album? Like a lot.
It's like
The
zombified.
Diplo.
Is that a bad word?
Well, it's been streamed 38 million times.
Wow.
And in a very short time.
That's
and it's
crazy.
now climbing our US chart. And it started climbing our US chart after we predicted it could be a big song in the
Well,
summer.
see, that's what I'm
So-
saying. They have that
predict
power.
the stock market.
Yeah.
Look, this isn't the worst.
It's not the worst.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let me play you something else.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to like it,
Oh, okay, cool.
Jeff.
Cool.
This is Jason Derulo,
Oh.
who was very
Does he say his
recently
name at the beginning?
snapped shirtless performing on a yacht in Cannes. I'm just
Oh.
pointing that out because
Yeah.
the pictures were fun to look at.
Sure.
This is how he sings?
Yep.
I mean, this is Jason Derulo. Like, he always sounds like that.
Gee, I
right?
wish I could go back to when I interviewed artists, and I'd love that to be my first question.
how you sing?
This is how you sing?
It just sounds like he's doing something unnatural to himself.
Well, it's processed, obviously.
Yeah. Well, that's,
I'd love to do
That's
something
clear.
natural to him.
oh, wow, okay.
Is there anyone?
He's an amazing dancer, this guy, by the way. But he had a big song. He's becoming really good at releasing playful, sexy songs.
Wait a minute,
in the
what
spring.
does that mean? Playful sexy?
Playful, sexy songs.
Yeah, I get it. Is that like it's okay for a 13-year-old? Is that what that means? Like,
No, just fun. I'm just changing the song now to
Probably a good
change the
idea.
subject.
What is it?
This is his song from last year. This was my favorite song of 2015. This was the song that was big last
Oh
summer.
yeah, right. Yeah.
You'll love this. It's so 80s. Listen to it.
yeah, I don't mind this
Give
song.
it a chance.
It's good. I know
Just
this
wait.
song. I know
And the
it.
hook is very
Everyone
good.
shut up now.
Oh, it's not up yet.
I thought it was going to be the chorus.
I'm
It's
familiar
not.
with this.
No,
I
wait.
didn't realize it's the same guy.
Wait.
Wait for the hook.
Yeah.
I know it.
Everyone shush now.
Okay.
For reals.
We gotta.
And a good wedding song as well.
Yeah. Shannon's really dancing. She
I'm really
means it.
dancing.
Can we get a photo? Get a photo for the vlog.
Of me dancing and Russ singing.
Yeah, I want to make a gif out of it. It's a good song.
Love that song.
It's a good song. I will take it back. I don't like your new song, sir, but your old song. You know, it just sounds like Fine Young Cannibals.
This is a better song.
Like,
It
do you
does.
remember
Oh God.
the same voice?
Oh my! Can we listen to? All right, no.
Is that 500 miles? Is that them?
No, that's the
No.
Proclaimers.
But same year, pretty much.
No, that was.
This is one of the greatest songs ever recorded.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
Hell yeah, Shannon.
yeah, that's great.
Hell yeah. Hey, what's
Love
that?
this
What's the
song.
guy's name? Jordan
Only
what?
26 million streams. What's wrong with kids?
What was the song we just heard? Who's the guy singing it?
Jason Derulo.
Hey, Jason, where'd you get that voice, bro? Was it maybe from this guy?
I can see the music video in my head listening to the song. It's like,
It's just like a singing head.
yeah,
There's the head.
right. Yeah,
I bet there's
Excellent
less. Bet there's
song.
less processing on this guy.
yeah, that's not all natural.
I don't know. All
Just sitting through a tube.
We have to get to the chorus. We can't.
yeah, of course.
We
come
can't
on.
disappoint the
Of
listeners.
course, come on. What year?
Good question.
I want to say 89 or 88.
I feel like 88-ish.
So good.
Yeah, 80s were good for music. 80s were really good.
89.
This whole album is filthy, by the way.
It is a good
Oh,
album.
I haven't listened to the whole
They
album.
So
have,
the
like, John-
raw and the uncooked, right? Is that what
Johnny, I think so. Johnny Come Home was a great song. Good Thing.
it's called? Good thing. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh,
I love the singing in this particular song. Really good stuff. Oh, so good.
man.
So
So they only had
good.
3 albums.
Yeah, I believe that.
Do you think that this music would fly today?
I think there's
it
a
could.
part of
Why
it that would
not?
work.
There is. I think you see like the Foxy Shazam audience like being open to another era of music. And
What?
that's what and I'm not saying this is the same as Foxy Shazam, but that's like 70s and 80s
That
like
means you've been listening to them.
Foxy Shazam.
You like
Sure,
it?
I have, yeah.
It's too bad they're no longer a thing.
Oh, they broke up.
Okay, can I play another good thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Singers were on a bit of an 80s train.
Yeah.
This is a song that just came out, but to me it's a little bit playful. This is my favorite song at the moment. It's
Is
from
it
Tegan and
like-
Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
come
they're
on.
good.
Look who you're talking to.
This song's called Boyfriend, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah, they're
It's
really good.
very pop. It's probably the
It's their
most pop
poppiest
they've
thing
ever
they've ever
been.
done,
Yeah.
Give it right back. I know you always
My 5-year-old loves this song, but she's very confused by it.
Okay. Okay.
want me to play.
Wow. I can't believe this is them.
Crazy, yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
What? This
Wait
is
a
like
minute.
Really? This is Tegan and Sarah?
Like a very best friend.
And that's what a producer does for you, man.
Time out. I need
But
to know.
listen, no.
Call me up like you want your best friend. You turn me on like you want your boyfriend, but I don't wanna be your secret anymore.
Yeah, it's very 80s.
It is.
Very 80s.
I'm telling
Crazy.
you, 80s stuff is back.
No. That's why I think the stuff that we were just playing, like the FYC, Fine Young Cannibals, those
Yeah,
songs,
FYC. I like that.
those songs could fly today.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of like montage 80s movie songs that would fly today. I think.
Well, and I think, what was it, Drive sort of kicked off that push.
Yeah, but that was like the vapor wave kind of stuff.
Yeah. But that's, I think, similar kind of to this stuff.
That like the
Definitely in the same
Kavinsky, the
family.
Kavinskys of the world, and
Yeah.
like the, you know what I really like this street cleaner. He does.
I think you might have played that on the show. Yeah,
he's,
quite
he's
good.
Into the 80s stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. I can't believe this is Tegan and Sarah. It's blowing my mind.
I know
Really
their
is
new
crazy.
album is very cool. It's definitely very poppy.
And do you think that's the producer that's like pushing this, or do you think it's them? I guess it kind of matters.
I don't know.
right?
I mean, I've interviewed them.
Sure.
They're pretty headstrong ladies. They
Yeah.
wouldn't be pushed around by a producer.
No,
They've
sure.
been doing this for a long time.
I would.
I think
believe-
they're having fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think this is
We're
definitely.
going to try
coming
something
from
new
them.
kind of thing. Yeah.
They're not, I don't think they're a group in a position to be heavily influenced by any kind of outside party. I think like
No, not at
this
this
is something
point.
they wanted to do,
There-
and that's what I'm.
The reason I ask is because I was watching, and this was from maybe a year or two ago. I was watching an interview from the New York Times with Diplo and Skrillex and talking about Bieber,
Mm-hmm.
and they basically in talking about him, kind of rip on him pretty hardcore,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Well, he had this kind of crappy song, and we messed with it and changed it around, and we made it awesome." So that's in that case, he, the reason that album is
Lifted
such a
up by the
success
producer.
was all the producer.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like that album had to be good. You know what I mean? Like
It was make or break.
It's too much
time.
of
Well,
an
it was,
investment.
but
Like, people
I
are
don't
like-
think his.
Did you see him fall off the runway?
Yes.
That was
what?
entertaining. You haven't seen that video?
It's pretty great.
He he was modeling.
He was
No, it was a show,
he was
wasn't it?
walking down the runway wearing some weird stuff, and then I think he was
I thought it was
exiting
during
the runway.
a
and he just
concert, wasn't
falls.
it?
I thought he was through this.
It was a
I
whole.
thought it was a
even though
runway.
people fall. That's not. But that I
he
mean,
hasn't done a drunken Lamborghini crash in a
Yeah.
while, so
Right.
that's.
I
So
think
it's
he's-
coming. So we're due.
I think he's through the worst of it.
You think?
Yeah,
He's
I don't think he's gonna have a Britney Spears meltdown.
Yeah, but he never ever had anything
Mm.
remotely close to a normal childhood, and that does not go away. You
But-
can't just learn humanity.
his Canadian citizenship will level him out.
You think?
Yeah,
A lot of normal Canadians out
no
there.
bad eggs out of that
No,
beautiful
I
country.
don't know. I think he started so early, and I don't know. I think it's a tough road.
I mean, you look at Michael
Who?
Jackson.
Oh,
Michael.
The Michael?
We're best friends. Yeah, no,
Different
it's
issues.
different issues, but
How
you
are
know.
we doing for time? Do we have time
we got
for
about
anything
15
else?
minutes.
we do?
Yeah, it's funny. One of my favorite bands. They had broken up for a while, and they're back with a new album. And I'm
Are
just so.
you waiting for me to cue
No,
them up?
you don't have to do it because
I
you're not
can.
gonna like it.
I'd like to try
It's
it.
a band called Thrice, and these guys were very, very heavy duty.
Sure, like
rock
Linkin
band.
Park.
No, you son of a bitch.
I feel like we've played this before. Black Honey? Do you want me to play that?
You can play. There's a song called Hurricane.
All right, let's play that.
So they were gone for a while. I think they were broken up for 6 years. And then they come back and they make a record that's very mature and a really awesome evolution.
has a great title too. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Is that the
Yeah,
album or is
that's
that a
the name
song?
of the album?
Oh, cute.
And they grew up. These guys stopped screaming and they're like, no, we're a talented rock band now. And it's good.
Nice.
Yeah, kind of like
so
Pearl
proud of
Jammy.
No.
No, you don't think so? This sounds Pearl Jam, mixed with explosions in the sky. Shannon's with me.
I'm nodding.
Well, now it's not. Now it sounds like
I like this. This is great.
Coldplay.
No.
The vocals sound like Coldplay.
When I first heard the song, I'm like, because if you heard their old stuff, you're like, what? It's the same band? It's almost like a Tegan and Sarah thing.
Yeah. Or like U2. Am I wrong? I'm totally off base.
You follow them on Twitter. Should I follow them on Twitter?
If you want, they're on tour now supporting this new record.
Okay. And now it's Foo Fighters.
Yeah, it sounds like Green Day and Mighty Mighty Bosstones and all those bands. I just it's still got its heaviness, but
Sure.
they
That's
grew
good.
up. There's a maturity there that I didn't think these guys had in them.
Yeah.
I mean, this is their 8th record. They've been around the block.
Yeah, you gotta keep reinventing.
Yeah, and that's like Tegan and Sarah. I think they just released their 7th or 8th album.
Yeah, and it's funny because they have, I guarantee they have a lot of overlapping fans. Tegan and Sarah were very big in the punk scene too.
Yeah.
And it's just weird when bands are still doing their thing and they change. People get all pissy. Some of the Thrice loyalists were like, "What the fuck? Thrice sounds like shit now." And it's
Is that
no,
how they
dude.
talk?
Guess what?
Yeah.
People grow up. And they have kids and they have families or
Yeah.
they do things in their lives and that changes them and that comes out in the music and you have to appreciate that. I wish someone told that to 14-year-old Jeff when like Green Day made an album that he didn't like as much as the old ones. I'm like, no, dude, people grow up. It's
True.
part of life.
People change.
That's
They
it.
sure do.
But no, this new Thrice record, go check it out. I love it.
I like it. This is a great sound.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about? I want to tell you about Spotify just partnered with Bumble,
Yes.
Oh,
dating
yeah.
app.
Yeah. So what's the
This is the
backstory
dating
here?
app. I don't use dating
This is the
apps
girl
because I'm
friendly.
married,
Right.
and happily so.
But you don't just to
Just
see.
for fun.
I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
I've a girlfriend of mine uses Bumble quite addictively, and Bumble is basically it's the dating app where women are in control,
Right.
I believe. So men can't
Message unless the woman like accepts
invites
it
him
or something.
to or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
It's kind of sexist, right?
You know what? I just realized the imagery of the branding makes perfect sense because it's like, sorry, this is gonna get
What is
gross,
it?
but
I
it's
have
like
to
a
look at
flower and a bee. So the flower's inviting the man, the bee, to land.
Hence Bumble.
Oh,
Hence
I
Bumble.
never thought of that.
I think
I think that's a stretch. But
I'm willing to bet that that's why that's
No,
what they
I
call
think
it.
you're
Right?
right.
It makes
I think
sense.
you're right.
It's,
Like,
it's good branding.
Here's the pollen. Here's the pollen.
come on, shaking your stinger,
Yeah.
right? That kind of thing.
Well, we've done
pretty good, Russ.
we've partnered with them because I guess I don't know. You can be attracted to somebody because based on their music interests, maybe.
Yeah. Like that was the whole thing. Like, I want to meet someone at a show.
Really?
Yeah, like when you're younger, you're talking about aligned music interests.
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Well, this is kind of taking it to the online dating space. I guess meeting someone at a show.
It's not a thing anymore.
And it's obviously always been like in online dating. I used to do it many years ago, and they would always add it to the profile, right? You would say like, I'm into this band or that band. So this is presumably taking
Well,
a
it's
step
the
more.
same thing. We basically group together your most listened to artists,
Oh, cool.
and it's presented on your profile so people can see who you're into.
Right. And you can't
And-
you can't mess with it.
You can't mess with it now, but I think down the line you'll be able to silence.
To lie.
You'll be able to edit it a little.
Yeah.
So if there's an artist who you're a bit embarrassed about,
Sure.
you can maybe take them off.
Maybe a
But-
little too much cranberries.
that's the
maybe
one
a bit.
thing.
Oh, there can never be
they're-
too much cranberry.
They're totally on that tour with Third Eye Blind, though. Like, they are.
No, oh, they had so many songs.
They
Yeah,
did.
I know. They
did.
had, like,
And now
11.
they don't.
They had like 10 or 11, right?
Like an album.
It's a good. That's
It's a
one
good
album.
record. It's a good
Salvation.
record. Yeah, it's good.
Ode to My Family. Zombie.
Yeah.
What else?
Okay, now
They were in the
Right?
Mission Impossible soundtrack.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Oh, that's a.
can I play my favorite Cranberry song? Of
Most
course, it's
certainly.
the Total Chicky one.
Is it playing yet?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Oh, Linger.
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Right.
forgot Linger.
I just like the accents. The accents.
Dolores. That's her name.
I've
right?
interviewed her. She's
She's charming.
she's sweet. She's
Yeah.
funny, cute, little, petite.
Yeah, tiny.
What other words can I throw out there?
How old do you think she is now? 50?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
But how about this song? Come on, what's going on?
Got bad internet here.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
This I think is the song that plays at the end of Mission Impossible 1.
Does it?
Yeah, it's really discordant from the rest of the movie. But it's a great tune. Love this tune.
We keep going back to the 90s, guys.
Because it's
That's
obviously
what
the
I'm
best.
saying. Totally the
Oh, the
best.
80s are, but. We established
Man,
that.
I'm gonna listen to so much Cranberries now. So they can see you're walking out to whatever, and that makes the matches on Bumble.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just another
Rubric.
character trait that
Yeah.
you can see, and you can actually, if you see an artist on there that you've never heard of and you want to check them out, you can click on them and it'll take you to that artist's profile on Spotify. So you can start listening instantly and
It's pretty rad.
swipe
I like
left
that.
or right based on that
I like
experience.
that, though. I really like
I
that.
think it's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's surprising it hasn't been more of a thing.
but it made me wonder, like, if you what would turn you off? What would be a deal breaker? Like, if you
Country.
liked somebody's
Country.
But if
yeah,
it's
see,
like,
there you go.
Yeah,
but
There
if
it
it's like old, like Johnny Cash, that's fine.
That's come on.
But that's country.
When I say
That's-
country, that
I know,
nobody
I
thinks that.
understand.
You know. That is a deal.
But don't you think a lot of
breaker.
guys are now just gonna like use this as like, and then go
Yes,
listen to the
maybe.
full albums and
Like,
be
yeah,
like,
I
I love
freaking
that
love
second
Katy
track.
Perry
The
too."
B side is just like dynamite.
Yeah, Katy,
Or maybe
Adele's
even-
my favorite.
Or maybe even edit their favorite artists based on what they think the girl
Right.
might like.
Speaking of Adele,
Oh.
somebody, my buddy Aram, you know Aram from Sony?
Oh, yeah.
He made the best joke.
Oh, yeah?
It was really good.
It's a lot of setup.
Can
Over
we-
the Brexit.
Okay.
Oh,
He's like, oh, great news for Adele. We know she always nails it after a bad breakup. Pretty good.
that's
guess.
good, but
Pretty good.
I'm still too sad about the
Yeah,
whole
that's all.
outcome.
Yeah, we're
It's
not gonna-
too soon for
we're not
that
gonna
joke.
Too soon.
Is it?
I'm going to-
He
I'm-
did it like 4 minutes after.
I'm going to see Adele live at Madison Square
Are
Garden.
you going to interview her?
No, I'm just going to go and sit and listen.
I happen to like Adele a great deal.
Very
I think
talented.
she's wonderful.
I got a question for you.
Shoot.
So that's the Bumble thing. So that's live now, or
Yeah, it's happening right now.
So go check that collaboration out. Well, I got a question about
Should you need to be online dating?
Yeah, I mean, don't do it.
But
if
it's
you're-
interesting. Sorry to go back.
it's fine.
Sorry to cut you off on your own show. But the whole online dating thing is fascinating to me. Apparently, according to Bumble, the average amount of time that people spend on Bumble, it's like 100 minutes a day.
That's
That's a lot of
crazy.
time.
That seems
insane.
like
That's
way
more
high.
a day?
time. That's more time than you're spending on Facebook and
What about Spotify?
Instagram.
Spotify's always in the background.
Excuse me?
That's good because
Well,
it's
what-
playing.
I mean-
Should I be sitting behind you?
But is that something? I mean, I'm sure you guys track that. How many?
We do. I don't know. I mean, it's different for everyone. The average, I don't know.
That's a great
good
question.
100
question.
minutes sounds crazy to me.
Can I get back to you on-
way.
But if you think about it, you're sitting on the subway,
Yeah, it
you're
makes sense.
swiping
For
left, you're
100
swiping
minutes?
left.
Like, I'll play Destiny for 100 minutes, but I'm
Well,
not.
100 minutes, it's really an hour and a half, right?
That's a lot of
It's an
like
hour and
time.
40.
You're lying in bed.
Yeah,
Yeah, it does seem like a lot. I don't know. I don't know.
I guess Reddit. I
They-
probably
a lot
spend
of
100
people
minutes
must
on Reddit,
commute
but it's just
and
very
use Bumble.
focused.
Yeah.
Yeah, commuting.
Does it have the swipe thing where you swipe?
I
is
believe
it-
so.
yeah.
I believe so. I haven't used it.
Yeah.
I don't need to, but I should just to check it
Just
out.
for
'cause
fun.
I'm curious.
Yeah, see, you think that
I
would
know.
go okay with the husband. Maybe he's
Well,
like,
no. No, a
Open
friend of
marriage.
mine discovered that her husband was on Tinder, and he was
As a
like, "It was
guest?
just research. I was just checking it out."
But why did he put such
Yes.
a handsome photo on there?
yeah. And why do you say you're 4 years younger? And why do you say you're single? If I were to do that, and the conversation comes up a great deal with Stacy and I, where it's just like, I just want to see, I want to feel the experience. That doesn't mean I don't want to cheat on you. I love you.
Sure.
But I just
Well,
wanna
how did
see
you meet?
We met in college,
Okay.
sorta. We're from the same hometown, but we got close in college.
Right.
Yeah.
You guys could do it together, like
Right.
like what
No,
browse.
'cause she'll
and, like,
she'll get hit on, and she got hit on walking the dog the other night. I was just like, Jesus.
Of course she did.
Yeah,
She's
very-
we've still got the
she's
cranberry.
very proud of that
Still got
story
it.
too.
She
when
should
came,
be.
She came home
Crushing it.
like, guess what happened to me out there? I'm like, oh, that's funny. Yeah, what's up? I got a question
Good on
about
you, Stacey.
speaking of '90s and the bands from the 2000s and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up in high school primarily, I was a Blink 182 fan, and I know they have a new record out. I'm curious
up.
to know how it's doing. I don't love it. I've listened to it. The only reason I bring it up, I haven't cared about this band in a decade, but the lead singer of one of my favorite bands of all time, Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio, took over for Tom in Blink 182.
was he the lead singer?
He's the backup guy, the
okay.
bass player, the guitar player, but
Yeah.
sang like half the songs. Oh, they sound like the Cranberries.
They sound a lot.
Did you see them
I'm trying
live?
to figure out what the single is.
I think
what
it's
the lead
called
single is because it's
Bored
not.
to Death. It's
Did you
called.
did
Bored
you
to
see them
Death.
live at E3?
No, I didn't. So Bethesda was a shit show,
Oh.
and I left.
Got it.
Yeah, but they headlined the Bethesda press
Yeah.
conference,
Oh, here we go.
and
Sorry.
Skiba was there. I don't love it. It's not. It's Blink, but it's not.
13 million streams.
I guess that's
That's
a
not
lot.
bad.
Oh, you just mean Blink 182 in general?
No,
It's
no,
not-
no. This song.
This song.
This is not a new song.
This is not
Yeah,
a
it
new
is.
song.
Really?
is it?
Yes, it is. I'm positive.
I don't see it on.
I know
there.
all their shit sounds the same. That's why. Yeah, this song's called "It's Bored to Death," right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. It's like a couple months old.
Where have I can't, I've heard this song a lot. Maybe it's just like been coming up on.
Sounds like everything else.
Yeah, it sounds like all their
It
other
really
shit.
does.
I mean, they're like 40 now, and they just can't. They just can't do anything different.
Yeah, it's a long way back from 17. That just sounds
I know,
gross
dude. Yeah, it's a
and
long way
sad.
back because you're 47 now.
Yeah.
This is the chorus. All right, we get
Yeah.
it.
I like it. I like it.
It's catchy.
These guys have more than 5 million monthly listeners on Spotify, which is great. That's
You've
great.
heard of Blink-182.
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
You think I
I
haven't
know,
heard
because
this
you're
song?
talking like, this is a popular
But
punk,
it's surprising
punk
because like they
band.
haven't been in the scene for 10, 15
It's
years.
surprising. It's surprising if I sounded at all surprised. It's because this genre of music hasn't had much of a showing.
Tell
it
me
just
about
can't. It can't break through all the pop and the EDM and the
Well,
hip hop.
look, 80s are coming back now. That means in 10 years, the punk rock scene will come back again.
I agree. But these guys do really well. This song, arguably their biggest song,
Yeah.
has more than 100 million streams
That's pretty
and
good.
5.2 million monthly listeners. That's big.
I think what happened with Blink
I have
was I don't know, it's kind of like a Green Day thing. Green Day's a
Yeah.
bigger band, but,
Yeah.
that stuff fell out of vogue.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's
Well, and they
weird.
also never. I mean, Green Day continued to have hit like they had huge albums even after
Not
they.
anymore, though. They haven't had a big one since.
Right.
I feel like
Since American Idiot,
Yeah, guess
sure.
what? Album's 10 years old.
Still, I mean, when was the last time Blink-182 had a big album?
Well, that was the thing. So, like, they had a falling out with Tom.
Right.
He left. You hear
Someone
his story?
died?
No, he didn't.
In a plane crash or
Yeah,
something?
okay. So Travis Barker,
Right.
the drummer from Blink, I believe was in a plane wreck with a DJ, this DJ Adam guy, and
Yeah.
the DJ Adam
jeez.
died.
Oh, I thought
Unfortunately.
Travis Barker died.
No, Travis Barker's alive, and he's playing drums right now.
Sorry, Travis.
Yeah, he's
Is he
alive.
okay?
He was traumatized by it, but he seems to be
course.
okay. Yeah, sad story.
Yeah.
But now Blink is back, I guess, and they're
We'll
they're
see.
doing their thing.
All right. Can I just give you a little bit of one more song, which
Yeah,
is
for sure.
really
Totally.
popular at the moment, and it's on my summer list. It's from the Chainsmokers. Have you heard of these guys?
No,
They're a New York producer duo. This song's called "Don't Let Me Down." You probably heard.
Oh, I have heard this song,
heard
yes.
it?
Yeah.
These guys had a song in 2014 called "Selfie." Do you remember that sort of parody song?
yes,
You'd probably
remember you
rather
came here
listen.
with it.
Oh, I did.
and we're in the old studio.
I brought you that.
Yeah, you brought us that delight.
Yeah, the hook in this, I don't remember what it is, but once it comes, it'll. Because I remember it being very good.
Yeah, it's a good
She's
song.
got a Lord thing going on.
Right, yeah.
That's what she up to,
Or
man.
Rihanna. She sounds a bit Rihanna-ish
Yeah.
too. 290 million streams nearly for this song.
When does it get to the thing? It's
Here it
building
comes.
up.
Yep. This song sucks. I like this song. I actually like it.
Funny story. I was at the dentist and
Yeah,
the hygienist.
you mean something better than this song?
The hygienist was cleaning my teeth and she told me that her son-in-law writes all the songs for these guys.
Whoa.
So I'll tell him you said that,
You
Jeff.
can be like, it's worse than a root canal.
That is the most removed you can possibly be to someone. This is your hygienist son-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which
What
is
does that
like-
make you guys? Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Man, what was I was going to bring up another band. Oh, we were talking about Lord. What's she, man?
Lord, what is Lord
Is
up
she
to?
gonna do something?
I saw
Yeah.
a photo of her swimming somewhere.
All right,
I've got to
okay.
stop reading those gossip
Yeah.
magazines.
Bad news.
They're just like us.
I don't know what she's up to.
How does she
She's
feel about the
surely
Brexit?
working on.
yeah.
Not
I
good.
don't know. Did you hear about Lindsay Lohan's tweets
Yes.
about Brexit? She
It was
she
embarrassing.
deleted them all. Apparently,
Why is she talking
She
about
started
it?
tweeting like,
She was very
"Come on,
emphatic.
UK, make the right choice," but it was after the polls had already closed.
But wasn't she in favor? She was in favor of staying.
She
she was in favor of
staying-
exiting.
No, I think she was in favor of the staying in the EU.
The fact that we're not sure,
Right. It sounded like a
proves
maniac.
just how strange some of the
yeah,
tweets
she
were.
sounded like a total maniac.
Very strange. Why?
Yeah.
And why that?
And they're all
issue?
gone. All the tweets were deleted, which
Right.
is unfortunate.
Yeah, because her
I wanted
publicist
to
was
read
like,
it.
Lindsay, you know we had that talk? Remember we had
she
that talk?
lives. She lives there now. She
Yeah,
lives
so
in
I guess
London.
she cares.
All right, so maybe it does.
But
affect
again,
her.
no childhood. Crazy. That's what I'm saying.
That's it.
Boom.
Shannon, this has been a damn pleasure.
That was fun. It just felt like a party.
That's how it
always
goes.
feels like a party.
It
Yeah.
was. It was a very much a party.
I just
Very
wish I could
sober
say
party.
the word party better.
It just sounds like a
Better.
potty to us, which
Potty.
is like going
Potty.
going
Going to the
potty.
potty.
Yeah.
Really, I want to say party.
Right.
All right.
Party.
Pot-
That was a great party. Thanks,
Still
guys.
sounds
Thanks
like
for the potty. Where can people follow you on the internet?
Find me on Twitter There's one N in Shannon, which is
Right.
weird. I know. Shanon Cook. Cook.
There you go. Where? What are you doing next? Like, what do you got cooking next? Do you have like any big events coming up? Or?
Me personally,
I know you're seeing Adele.
I'm going
That's
to
a big
be
deal.
sitting by the pool all weekend,
That sounds nice.
Tough life.
drinking margaritas.
Right.
With some Aussie friends of mine.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking about. Right
So they're coming in, or they're here already.
They
Your Aussie
they live
friends.
in the city because
Okay.
Aussies do live in the city.
Yeah.
That you like only mix it up with other Aussies.
That
Is
is
that what it is?
that
BS.
explains
Utter
a lot.
BS.
Xenophobic?
actually explains a lot.
Utter BS. Last
Yeah.
weekend, we had some friends staying with us who were from the United States of America. So there you go.
All right, that happened to be a very good.
That was not bad.
My
Southern-
dad's from South Georgia, so I can whip out the Southern accent when I need
I
to.
didn't know that.
All right.
I'm interesting. See,
Yeah, there's something to you. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here.
I had a real good time, honey.
Gee whiz.
Wow, she really, there's something like Shania Twain in front of us. 866-404-CNET. That is the phone number. Russ, what do you got cooking at Polygon?
I made a dumb video about crawling speed. Google crawling speed and Umbrella Corps, and it'll come up. It's a really dumb video, and
Does that game suck or what?
terrible game.
Yeah, I heard
Super
some
awful.
shit. I heard some shit.
And yeah, I'm getting married in a couple weeks, so that'll be fun.
Rock and roll, but you'll be here the
Congratulations.
Friday before.
I will be here the Friday before. No, I'm planning my honeymoon right now. We're going to Iceland in August.
Oh, brilliant! That's a
That's
great,
really cool.
trip. Good
Can
for
we
you.
can we play out on one of the top wedding songs then?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably one that you don't like.
Yeah, it's a very, very good chance of that. It's just taking a little bit.
No, there it is.
All right. This has been the 404
John
show.
Legend.
Oh,
Have a great wedding.
thank you.
Good luck with marriage.
Will not be in the
Song
playlist.
that everyone has the first dance to this song.
Yes.
Not me.
Top first.
We're going to do the Cantina Band from Star Wars.
Oh,
We'll see you next time.
Nice.
I am Jeff Bakalar.
I'm Russ Frustick.
I'm Shannon.
And that's Shannon Cook. We'll play you out with this song so you can cry as you start your weekend off. We'll see you soon.
And I'm so dizzy, don't know